Priti Patel issued a dire warning to the European Union as she reiterated the UK will not compromise on the integrity of the British internal market to secure a Brexit deal. Home Secretary Priti Patel warned the European Union the Conservative Party will continue to act on the manifesto pledged to deliver Brexit despite the threat of a no deal. Negotiations with Brussels have soured after the introduction of the Internal Market Bill in the Commons last week, a move the EU has claimed threatens the withdrawal agreement struck with the UK in January 2020. Speaking to BBC Breakfast, Ms. Patel said, "There are important points to make about the Internal Market Bill but also about the approach that we are taking as a government when it comes to preserving the integrity of the United Kingdom and, clearly, delivering for the people of Northern Ireland on the Belfast Agreement. We've said from day one, we said when the Withdrawal Agreement Act was verified and went through Parliament, that we will always stand by our word and not compromise when it comes to unfettered access of goods and services but also standing by the Good Friday Agreement. We are ensuring that the Internal Market Bill stays true to that principle and that is why we are bringing this bill forward," she continued, "to make it absolutely sure we have the safety net and the safeguard in place. That is also in line with our manifesto commitment so there are no anomalies there whatsoever. We only had the second reading in Parliament. Obviously this will go through committee stages through the House of Commons." She also reminded colleagues, many of whom expressed unease with the idea of supporting the controversial bill, they had been elected on a pledge to deliver Brexit and protect the integrity of the UK. The Home Secretary said, "The Conservatives MPs were elected on that manifesto to deliver for the people of Northern Ireland, to protect the integrity of the United Kingdom and also to fulfill that promise to get Brexit done. We are still in negotiations with the EU. We want to hope to get the right outcome but it's right that we have this safety net to protect the integrity of the United Kingdom." After hours of tense confrontation in the Commons on Monday afternoon, MPs voted in favour of the Internal Market Bill 340 to 263. Despite the bill moving on to committee stage, further disputes are expected to arise when the legislation heads back into the Commons next week for potential amendment. Several prominent Conservatives, including the last three Tory Prime Ministers, have warned against attempts to push the bill through after Northern Ireland Secretary Brandon Lewis openly admitted aspects of the legislation would breach international law. Former Chancellor Sajid Javid also said he would not support the bill during the second reading stage as he could not back the UK preemptively reneging on the withdrawal agreement. Mr. Javid said, "One of the UK's greatest strengths and traditions is respect for the rule of law. Our long-standing reputation for keeping our word has made us a more stable, peaceful and prosperous nation. While I fully backed every measure necessary to get the withdrawal agreement negotiated and passed by Parliament, I cannot support the UK preemptively reneging on that agreement. I will therefore be unable to support the bill at its second reading, and urge the government to amend it in the coming days. The EU is certainly guilty in its negotiations on not treating the UK like the close partner we are. If it does indeed act in bad faith by reneging on the withdrawal agreement, then we should not only use the safeguards enshrined within that agreement, but also reserve the right to respond in kind to affirm our sovereignty and union."